You're Bacardi.
I'm not.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's Sunday
Good morning.
morning.
It is a beautiful Sunday morning, is it not?
3/2 of 2025. How are you? How are you,
Yeah.
Carol? I,
My girlfriend of many, many years, 40, no,
mm,
almost 35 years. My other girlfriend for closer to 40, 38, 39 years. Uh, I don't want to give up our ages, but we're old. But we're hot. We're old and we're hot.
hey, I have a joke for you.
You have a joke for me?
Walmart is opening dental offices in some of its stores. There will be an express lane for people with 12 teeth or less.
Oh, Joe.
That's just
But
terrible.
why, Joe? But why?
I thought that was pretty funny, man. So I had to get it because it's gonna get there, isn't it?
All right, I'm all set on this end.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, I loved it.
I know Sunday is usually a very slow,
Yes, it is, isn't it? Oh, look at that beautiful
not
critter.
just for us, but
Gonna get there. He's just a good
so I
principal.
corrected that problem at least. I'm going to definitely get Chris to come on, so he will help with some
That
other,
would be cool.
huh?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like his little things that he does, those little short things he does. Those are pretty
He
funny.
did the mega cats in the red hat too. I
Yeah,
mean, he did it was a beer biting commercial,
yeah.
but he does some books like audiobooks and stuff. Or he used to. I don't know if he does it anymore, but I love you, Chris. He's just a good friend.
Those are cool. Those are pretty cool. He does them pretty cool.
All right, you done?
Much. I'm halfway done doing my next one, and I'll be done.
Let me check let's see if anybody. What are you doing? Do you want to come and say hello?
Of course he does. Which one do we have?
It's Winchester's.
Hey, Winchester.
All right. He likes hanging out with Mama lately. This is his new thing,
Oh,
cuddling
that's
right
cool.
next to me. Hey, he
That's
sleeps
cool.
with me a lot, like, but he sleeps with all of us in every room, kind of like Kona does. Joe's
Yeah, cool.
dog goes into like he'll stay one night with Justin, stay the other night with Darian, stay one night with Lucille, stay with him.
She makes the rounds.
Yeah,
It's so
that's what
wild.
this little guy does. Not Hawkeye. Hawkeye's either with me or John, unless he's forced to stay with someone else. Like, but Winchester, he goes into Mikey's room, stays with Mikey all night, don't you? How'd you get so handsome? Did you take after your Uncle Mikey? Did you take after your Uncle Mikey? It's a kid.
I think I got everybody.
Oh, so
There's
where did
everybody.
you get that terrible joke from, should I ask?
I from the internet,
From the internet.
of
It must be
course. I
true.
don't come up with jokes on my own. I love jokes, but I don't. I'm not. I don't come
I
up.
I do most of the time. I don't want people to think I am crazy, so sometimes most of the time I come up with my own shit, I'd say. Right? I'd say like 60%, 70% of the time it's my
Mhm.
own stuff.
There you go. Yeah, it pretty. Yeah, pretty much everything you say is your own. Definitely, that is true.
Almost everything.
That
Good
is
morning, good
definitely
morning,
true.
good morning. It is a beautiful Sunday morning.
Well,
Why don't you get on with the piece
I'm
of
going
news
to.
first
I'm
and
going to
come
tell you
back with that statement later, Joe?
today.
Joe,
Today, yes,
Joe,
I heard you.
you heard me?
You come back with the news.
No. I said start with the news and come back with that little statement later.
Oh, I know. That was for last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean it that it has to be. Are
Oh, I
you
know.
writing down on my?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the President Trump today sent down, well, actually, I guess it was Pete Hegseth ordered it. Not, I'm guessed Trump gave him permission to do this stuff, but he ordered 3,000 more active duty troops down to the U.S. southern border.
Right.
They are going to, including soldiers with a motorized brigade equipped with 20-ton armored Stryker combat vehicles.
Huh. Wow.
So that's the infantry's the 4th Infantry Division, the Stryker Brigade combat team at Fort Carson, Colorado. So they're just going to moving south. So it's about, I would say it's probably a good,
3,000 though?
yeah, 3,000 soldiers with the
And
armored
how far do you
vehicles.
think it is that they're relocating to?
I'm going to say it's about 800 miles, 800
That's
miles. New
that's
Mexico's long. So New Mexico's long. So that's why.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about 400 miles long, I believe, somewhere around in there. I could be.
Hmm.
I don't know, I have to look it up. But anyways, they're taking the Stryker. That Stryker unit carries. It's a troop carrier,
Yeah.
and it has usually have a 50 round or a 50 millimeter gun up on top of it,
Oh
or
yeah.
grenade launchers.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
That
it's a
that
pretty
that
cool.
that ain't fooling around, basically.
No, it's not. It's a
That ain't
big vehicle. It's a big vehicle, but
we ain't fooling around this time,
it's
guys.
to protect the soldiers.
Trump is all arms up,
It is not.
except for
Um,
his hands.
they are not going down there to engage the illegal aliens. That is not why they're going down there. So let's be clear of that.
Well, then why do you think they're going down there?
For the cartels,
For the
the,
cartels
the
themselves.
cartels have already given permission to their
Which
people to shoot
means
us.
that wouldn't they have to, are you sitting on that? Wouldn't they have to go on the Mexican side?
Not necessarily, because the
You're sitting on it. Tell
some
me.
of these cartel people are pretty damn brave, and they'll cross over into our side, and they'll cross in over where it's really dangerous, because what they've done is they've created a way um to take water and to get water, put water at strategic points along the way to help them get across the hot desert. They've learned how to do that. And if you take water and put it in a plastic bottle and you dig down deep enough and put it under the sun, it'll actually stay cool. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
It's actually
Exactly.
cold under the ground
It
in
sure
general.
is.
Yeah, it's colder.
And sand is kind of easy to dig in.
Yeah, easier than grass and rock.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say. Very interesting. Very, very good. Very
Isn't that
good.
cool? That
Yeah.
is the operational control of the southern border. They're dead serious about 100% operational control.
Who's not sleeping better with Trump in office
I know I am.
every
I
night?
know I am.
I'm sleeping more, but there's reasons for that, I think.
Yeah.
Trump, Vance, Democrats, you lose. I didn't even know I was in this group. Do you add me to groups and not tell me? Is this what's
I
going on?
do not. I thought other people add me to groups and don't tell me, because I belong to a lot of groups that I didn't know I belonged to. I mean, I
Man,
don't mind. It doesn't bother me, but if you're going to share
Convention of
stuff and I get to
Smithers.
read it, then you get to read what I share. That's just the way I look at
Race fans for Trump 2024. Well, that's a bit late. I don't know.
Send my
Um,
sister a message.
Tell me, Joe, what you thought of Zelensky visiting, because I saw a little bit more of it. Let me see. Here, hold on. Oh, I have it, don't I? Well, you can tell me what you think in the meantime. You saw it, right? Did you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it or
I did.
no?
Yeah, I did see it, and I didn't. Man, Zelensky, I thought he was a bully. I thought he was trying. I think it looked to me like he was trying to bully us.
Yeah, we don't have to watch this whole thing, but I love
Yeah,
it. I
I
love it. I
mean,
love
it's
it.
like, see right here, he's asking for something. So you should, when you're asking somebody as prestigious as the most powerful men in the world, you
Yeah.
should at least dress the part for one, and do
And what
everything
the
in
hell
your
is he
power to look
wearing?
decent instead of coming at him like a bum and then saying and expecting, like, man, this is what's happening. You got to do this. You got to be behind me. You guys help me. You got to help me, man. It's your duty to help me. That's the way he came off. And it's like, fuck you. We've already given you billions of dollars and you haven't fucking done shit. And what kind of a return
Well,
do we
Trump
get?
says it here that it wasn't.
Well, what kind of return is this? Are these people giving us? What kind of return do we get?
Well, that's my
So far,
point.
we
He's
haven't got
sitting there
nothing.
arguing with Trump and
Yes.
Vance.
Well, that's because Trump and Vance are saying, you give us some special minerals. That's what we want because we're giving you all this money. And it's only fair you give us something, we're giving you something. We shouldn't just give you
Wait,
everything
whoa, whoa,
we
whoa,
have for
whoa, whoa,
free.
whoa, Joe.
That's
Wait,
basically what I got
Trump
out of it.
Trump asked for minerals from.
Yeah, from Ukraine in lieu of them for the money that we're given. Rare minerals. Rare minerals. That's what it was. Rare
Yes.
minerals.
Oh, little by little, I can't.
It's something for something. It's not something for
No,
nothing.
forget about that. Forget about even that. Do you understand the
It's
importance of the
trade.
minerals that they're giving us? They're,
It's
we-
trade.
they're going to give it to us. This is only a show of power. This is for us. This is a
Yep.
show of power.
Yep. And
I
and
don't know
Helen
who set
said,
this TV up right now, like this
well,
video.
Helen
It's
said,
awful.
Helen said, and I did read that too, that he was told an hour before not to take Trump's deal by anti-Trumpers. See, so he as soon as he didn't take this deal, this little fucking piece of shit ran right over to Britain and made a deal with Britain. So fuck you, Britain, and fuck you, Ukraine. That's what I say.
That
Sorry.
seems like
If that's how you
so.
guys want to do us, hey man, we've been giving you so much. We give and give. And what are you going to give us? When we
It's
when
all
we run into problems, where is the people helping us? Why didn't anybody from other countries come and help the people in either
because
in
we didn't want it
California
and we
or
didn't
in
need
the
it.
East
And
Coast?
we're listen,
Where was
I
the help?
I don't I don't agree because this is all a show of power to me. This is all
Exactly.
fake. This is still
Maybe,
trying to wake the world up,
maybe.
saying, "Look," and I'll prove to you if you give me 2 seconds, because I know you're hot right now. I know you are, but
Yes, contract.
look at this.
Yes, but after that,
Look at
he
keep a good
broke the
eye.
ceasefire. He killed our
Let me make
people,
this
and
bigger.
he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong-
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing
I'm beginning to believe that Zelensky is an actor, a hired actor
Yes.
from the good guys. From the good guys, though, Joe. Look,
Not so
no
sure about that.
fucking president is going to talk this way to the vice president and the commander in chief of the United States of America.
And yet he does. So how did he talk to Joe Biden? That's what I'd like to
Joe
hear.
Biden was Daddy Biden. They would.
How did he okay?
So
So when he
Joe,
came over here, okay, let's say he didn't talk to Joe Biden, okay, because you think he's dead. When he came over here to talk to us to get our fucking money, who did this piece of shit talk to? Who did he talk to, and how
Joe,
did he talk to him?
how
I
about
just think
this?
Zelensky's a
How
piece of
about
shit.
Joe Biden was really Jim Carrey? We
Okay,
were in control. No money actually went to the Ukraine. Ukraine barely had any war. All they had was biolabs blown up.
hmm. What
Prove
is the
to
real
me.
story? I guess
Prove to me that there wasn't more death and destruction because I haven't heard of it.
some people say there was, some people say there wasn't. So I don't know. What's the real story? I know
Trump said that Zelensky lost a lot of his. I don't know if he
a
said
lot
it.
of his people, a lot of
Not
good
not
people.
not
Trump
people. He
said that.
said military. That Zelensky lost a lot of his military. He barely had a military. 200,000 compared to 2 million, almost 2 million Russian soldiers.
You know, you've got the Chinese soldiers and the North Korean soldiers over
That
there
was
now too.
later on. They would have been squashed out right away.
Mhm, mhm.
It's fake. It's fake. This is all an act. This is to show. I don't. I can't explain
All
it.
I know is I know you see it like that, but I see these people. Look, this is what I see. Okay, I see these people right here sitting around talking in front of the world, talking in a fucking Oval Office in a nice, cool, or warm, whatever, in a comfortable sitting. Okay, they're in a comfortable sitting. They're talking about they need funding for this war. Okay. Meanwhile, the people that these people are representing are out there in the fucking ditches, fucking fighting for their lives, dying on the battlefield. That's what I see. That's why I don't like these fucking fuckers. They move too fucking slow.
Who who told you that? The
That's just how
media?
I see it.
Yeah.
Because I've been a soldier, so that's how I
Yeah,
see it.
but that's indoctrination. You've been indoctrinated.
But I was a soldier, so I see it like that way.
The
These
soldiers
people
have been
do. They
indoctrinated
make they
too.
make decisions about the soldiers' lives, and it puts the soldiers' lives in danger.
No doubt that happened, but
Mhm.
not under Trump.
Well, that's true, but that's how I see not Trump, but other politicians and heads of state, and that's what I see in Zelensky. That dude is a piece of shit.
Because he's a good actor.
Yeah, he is. He's a
You
piece
know,
of shit, though. So
it's a, it.
that's just how I see him.
I remember actors saying that it's harder to be evil than it is to be a good character.
Hmm.
But as a comedian, it's funny how comedians seem to be the ones they pick. Jim Carrey for Biden, this guy Zelensky as the president of the Ukraine. 1990, the Ukraine became um, independent.
Granted, he's an actor,
That's when the cabal took over the Ukraine.
but not by the
Because
good
it
guy.
does
He's
have
grant.
the
He's
ores that we need daily, that they're sucking up, that the
yeah.
evil sucked up. That's why Trump thinks it's important we have it here. I guarantee things like that will stop cancers,
Well,
migraine.
and there might be that. I do believe that they are
I
keeping
know it.
us sick. I,
I
I
know it.
believe they are keeping. I believe they're making us more and more sick with all the chemicals that they keep spraying on our food.
Right,
It
because
because it
Trump's
all
in command
started out
for
to get rid of the bugs,
Trump is
right?
in command for 6 weeks, but yet our military is still spraying
Right.
stuff on our foods.
Yeah. See, do you remember? That's
Our
why they
military
started
is
spraying
spraying
our
up their
food.
chemtrails. The farmers
Well,
are poisoning
well,
our food.
hey, they started spraying our food to get rid of the bugs, and now they're trying to make us eat bugs. What the fuck sense is that?
Joe, you've been saying that for 6 months. Who the fuck is putting an ant on your plate? I try not to
Nobody.
curse today. It's Sunday. But he gets me so. That's so stupid. You said that it's older than 6 months. He said that a year or two ago.
Right.
Who's
That's what
forcing?
they're saying.
Did their Green Deal work? Are we
No, that's
drinking pea
not yet,
coffee?
man.
Because that's what they wanted us to do, drink pea coffee.
Well,
your
yeah,
own urine to
It's
make
nice
coffee
for
the
you
next day.
guys because you guys live in red states. I live in a blue state. We're fucking they're trying to do that shit here.
Joe, I live all over.
Mm.
All right. Can I get back to this for a minute? I just
Yeah,
not not that I mean, it's really rude. It seems like an act to me.
it
He's
does.
wearing black,
That's
which
what Helen
is
says.
it's black is not communism, right? Now white is surrender. Black is done. Black is the end. There's nothing in black, right? It freaks me out to listen to this guy because I am Ukrainian and
Sorry.
my uncle um was from the Ukraine. He's still alive. My mother's younger brother. And he speaks a handful of languages because that's what he does. He
Mhm.
taught Russian, Polish, and Ukrainian people how to speak English. So off the bat, he knows four languages, and he sounds so much like Weechi Michael. I love you. He sounds Weechi Uncle, right? He sounds a lot like Zelensky, and it freaks me out, guys, because not only am I American, but I am such a Brooklyn chick. You can't take it out of me, right? Um,
We can
so
hear it in
he
your
he
accent.
freaks me out on a lot of scales, but in that sense too, I'm thinking, what did he live here to know the English language so well?
Mm.
I wish my mother was alive because she used to say that the media, I'm not kidding. She used to say that the media is not translating what Putin was saying correctly. Not correctly. And a couple of words do matter. Now let's get back to this for a second. I want to know if anybody, Joe, can you go to the chat?
I'm
I
in the
want to
chat.
know. Oh yeah.
Scripts to the front lines because you
Does
have
anybody
manpower
notice
problems.
anything?
You should be thanking the president for
Have you
trying to
ever
bring it
been-
into this
Yeah,
Have
Helen
you
said
ever
it
been to
was a
Ukraine?
disaster.
Huh?
This she said this he's an actor, but not by the good guys, and all that disaster we saw was a fake. All meaning this is all bullshit. And it is because why? Because of her statement above there. Um, he was told by anti-Trumpers an hour before not to take Trump's deal. So this is all bullshit. The guy's sitting there fucking talking shit, being nasty to Trump and
Anti-Trumpers. What, the
JD
whole
Vance
five of them?
when he had in his mind the whole fucking time that he was not going to take the deal that Trump and Vance were offering. So Trump and Vance are being honest with this piece of shit, and this guy's just fucking lying out his ass. So fuck you, Zelensky, you
This,
piece of
why?
shit.
I wonder who's taking this video.
That's
It
just
is
how I feel.
by far somebody who has never held a damn camera in his life.
Could be.
I mean, you see
Could
the
be a new
ceiling,
cameraman. Yeah.
you see the egg and darts. That's the little etchings in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
You see the fleur de lis. You see
Mm-hmm.
the microphones. But most of all, you see that mirror on the side with everybody else that's, with the guy with the headphones, the
Yep.
security
Yep. Yep.
dude.
Yeah.
This is not very
Yes.
professional to be in the White House, I'll tell you that. It just amazes me who they let in nowadays.
Well, Trump doesn't
We
trust
are.
the regular media anymore. So fuck the regular media. That's why.
Oh,
So
for
uh,
fuck's sakes.
all the new
Oh,
people in.
damn it. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to curse. Look at the picture above the fireplace.
Is that George Washington?
That's an Illuminati sign.
Where?
What he's doing.
What Trump
Napoleon
is
did it
doing?
too.
Huh?
No, the picture above the fireplace, right?
Uh-huh.
George Washington, you said it was, and tend to agree with you there. He
Uh-huh.
has his hand in his shirt.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I can't see that.
People used to say Napoleon,
Bonaparte used to do that. He did.
yeah, but that he had ulcers or something, and that's why
Oh,
he did it.
oh.
And then there was another reason, and then another reason. No, no, no. It's an Illuminati. It's an Illuminati sign. It was a joke too. And I'll tell you why. These paintings were done, hopefully they were done back then, right? So, did you ever hear the expression, it costs an arm and a leg?
Yes.
It comes from artists painting. Because if they were going to paint the bust of someone like this, I don't know who's in the middle. Is that Lincoln? I can't even see. It's kind of like shady. You see, they didn't really paint his hands because it cost them more to put their arms and their legs in a picture. In a painting. So it costs an arm and a leg, get it?
Yep. Gotcha.
But that, my
Gotcha.
friend, is an Illuminati sign.
Hmm.
That is a weird stance, too. That is just strange.
So
And
it
the
is a
other,
really
and
good
okay,
picture.
Joe, so you figured it out. What's the other Illuminati sign in
Trump's hand.
Trump's hands? Haven't I? Do I not predict? Was I not doing this last week? A couple of shows. I've seen him sit with his hands closed before. I've seen him sit like this a couple of times, but that's very direct. And with
Yes.
the Washington and back with his hand in his under his dicky. Very bizarre. The Marine Corps and the Navy. Okay. Back to the news. Hey, it's a conspiracy show. Believe what you want. I see things there
Yep.
that appease me, as I always find every day. Every day. Every day. There's something. Okay. Can you
Washington was a Mason, maybe.
Oh, and if Joseph comes on, I want to know what he meant about Revelation, because I don't think we talked about religion in our last show or
I
last
know
little.
Washington did not want to be the president.
No, he did not. No, he did not, which
He
is
did
kind of
not
strange.
want to be the president. He said,
Right.
I'm an army general, and that's what I am.
He
That's how he
also made the kids that fought the war
went.
for half of their young or quarter of their young lives at that point, maybe more. Yeah, half their young lives. Not attack the Congress. Washington got them all humbled as
Right.
so that they would not attack Congress to get their paycheck.
Right. That's why. And that,
Who
yes,
makes money during wars?
only the rich.
You know they had it. We were fodder. Front
Mm,
line pawns and
that's right.
chess.
We've
Front line fodder.
always been their fodder.
Yes. We've always
That's
been their
my
slave.
problem with them. And that's in according, okay, you just said it. How I look at how I see, that's exactly how I see us when I see those pictures, when I see them sitting around talking about war. I see the people that I see them talking about that stuff in their rich and hoity-toity places, and all the people on the front line are their fodder. That don't mean shit to them. They're
Right.
just dying out there while these people are trying to make a fucking decision, not really saying anything. And then you have somebody like Zelensky trying to fucking push people and bully people when he's asking for aid and help. You can't bully somebody into helping you.
That you and Mama Helen both think that he's a bad guy. No, absolutely not. No. He was, but this guy is not. Either he's an actor and changed.
He's not good.
Well, I'm not
Zelensky is
saying he
not good.
was good, Joe, but
Mm.
everything is in Trump's hands now.
It is. They'll find out. Yeah, it is in his hands, and he's making deals. This is the art of the deal. This is part
Right.
of the deal.
That's correct.
It's always
He
part of
knows
the
what
deal.
he's
You will
doing.
always have a buyer that will get up and
Wow.
walk away from the deal.
Dude, you didn't post a
But
meme,
they
dude.
always come back because they want the product.
They want what?
They want the product. So they
Oh, yeah.
always come back. But you will always have a buyer get up and walk away from your deal. I don't give a shit who you are, what kind of salesman you are. You'll always have that. It just is.
Joe. You can go on. I'll share my super. I should have called it Super Mega Sunday morning, but
Galifragilistic.
it's
Well,
docious even though.
moving on is kind of in the same context of what we were talking about. There's a Haitian was charged with taking the lives of 3 children.
3 children?
Yeah. He came to the U.S. By a Biden parole program. Yeah. He's a Haitian migrant. He's charged with triple murder. He entered the U.S. through a humanitarian parole program during former President Joe Biden's administration, according to reports. So what I wanted to say is kind of like this. Because this guy let this guy in a parole program, get the fuck out of here with your parole program. We do not want your filth from other countries. That guy's filthy. So what they did was they let this guy out of prison in Haiti and moved him over to the United States
Oh,
because
isn't that wonderful?
he's going to
And
do
that's
so
why.
much better in the United States killing people. Well, he came over here and killed, he met a girl and he killed her and her 2 kids.
It's
That's
just
what he did. So letting Joe Biden letting that guy in, opening the border and keeping it open
so
because
this was
they're
like some patrol or what did you call it?
parole.
By oh,
Yeah,
Biden. It was a parole program.
Right. Well, them leaving the border open because their first duty is to protect the people of the United States of America. That is Congress's first duty. And by them letting people in like this, a parole program from jail into our country to kill us
Yeah, right.
is called treason.
Right.
Giving
Yes, it is. Yes.
aid and comfort to an enemy. That's what you did, Congress.
We're winning. We're winning. We're winning.
It's
We're
just what it
winning.
is. There
We're winning. We're
are
winning.
now people
We're
in
winning.
Congress, representatives and senators both now calling for treason and the penalty for treason, which is capital punishment. Capital punishment is the death penalty.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, it is what it is. You did this. We didn't tell you to do this. Nobody told you to act treason towards this country. Joe Biden company. And all those senators up there, Liz Cheney, Comey, you committed treason, buddy. You committed treason of the highest level. Adam
Joe.
Schiff, you are the biggest treasonous bastard that ever walked into the United States Congress. You should meet a treasonous traitor.
Looks like a big doll. Like a little big doll or something.
Yeah.
A little big doll. It's an oxymoron.
Everybody, all these people that when you shouldn't have gone along with this. You shouldn't have gone along with them.
They're all Mason.
Yeah, and you need to meet
you have to get out of your head that this has anything to do with the government.
Yeah,
they just took control of our government.
Right.
As they did our films,
they
all
created
our industries, all our corporations, all like they took over our banking system. They took over our
lives. What did they call us on January 6th? What? What did they call it? An insurrection?
Insurrectionist?
No. They committed an insurrection.
Absolutely.
What they have done is called an insurrection. And all involved need to pay. Every single one of them. And it always starts at the top. Because the ones at the bottom are the more innocent than the ones at the top. Because if the ones at the top knew more.
Right. Right.
It
that's why
just is. That's
the
the way
bottom
it
of
is,
the pyramid
guys.
can't get the same.
Right.
The bottom of the pyramid might not have committed that treason.
Right.
We don't know. Certain people know by now, I'm sure. Pam Bondi being one of them. She's got a lot of homework.
Yep.
Good morning, Joseph. Although here it's the afternoon, it's still morning for you. So good morning, good
Hey,
morning.
Joseph.
And I just asked you, but you weren't on yet. What did you mean? You left a comment in like the last show or the show before about the Bible and the Revelation. What don't I believe? Because I do believe a few of the Bible stories, but I
Mhm.
just don't think it's the same as what everybody
Some
else.
of it has been changed. It's got to be, man.
That I think a lot of it has been adjusted.
But I
to-
don't know what. I don't know what. I don't think. I don't guess I'll
It's
ever
more
know.
that they omitted things. They took things out of it.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I believe in God. I do believe in Jesus. I actually do believe in Jesus. But I don't know how it happened because I know that man distorts things and sensationalizes it in a manner to make it more than what it actually was. I believe that.
see, I don't know. It's a tough topic. It's not like I have to believe that God is some kind of accumulation, or else how did it always exist?
Right.
Um, I can't
But I
ponder it
also
right
know
now. Why
this
are you
too.
bringing this up? Oh, it's
I
Sunday.
also, well, because you said that, I also know this. And I will always believe this, no matter what anybody says. You have to have if you want to know what good is, you have to have bad. You have to see what bad is. You have to have that yin and yang. You
That
have to.
I
You
did say
otherwise,
that,
if everything was always good, you would never know what's bad.
right? And
It's just so weird,
I
man.
really believe till this day we don't know who is good and who is bad. Not us.
Correct. Right. Well, yeah, that's
You
right.
got There's so many enemies in this world,
Right.
but I do believe there's 47 militaries working together.
Hmm. That's
And I do
definitely a
believe it's
nice
from
thought.
Command Center in Florida. And that is probably where those what were the jets that went over to Mar-a-Lago to nudge the other were they F-16s?
You said F-16s, but they could have been as
I
much as
read
an
part
F-35 too.
I don't know. I,
Mhm.
I
I
listened to
don't
that
know. I thought we got rid of all
everyone.
of our F-16s, or maybe we didn't. But I thought they came out with the. I know they have the F-35. That's a fast jet. I know that. So I don't know. I don't know if they're still using the F-16. I don't. I wouldn't doubt that they are. I just don't know.
I don't believe there's much that we don't know. You know? I mean, really, do they need to put out an Epstein list? Do you want to go over who was on Lolita?
No, I just no.
We
You
could
know
go
what?
over it right
I don't
now.
care. I don't care who's on that list. I just
Oh,
want you
I
to pay
kind of
for it.
care, but
I want to pay. I want you to pay for being on that
right,
list. That's what I want.
right. That
For
is true.
going there and doing the things that you did to children, you sick son of a bitch.
And all those children, that's what I was trying to
Those
get through to
poor
people's
children.
heads the other day. All those children
How
were on the
could you hurt a
list.
child? How could you do that? They did nothing to you,
Their own children.
their
Joe.
own kids. Yeah, just sick. Terrorizing kids like that
AZZ says the road to truth is not as that's cute.
is
The road
not an
to
easy
truth.
one.
You could
You
say
are
that
right.
on the show. Is not an easy one. Yeah.
You are right.
Joseph Rogers, all the fires, disasters, bad things going on in the world, even what's going on in the politics and mentioned in Revelations right now. Yes, that is one of the. Okay. I
I
didn't
do
even know it
believe
was
that.
Revelation. I'm sorry. I don't know the actual names, but I knew that that was part of it. And I do believe this is biblical, what's going on. Partly
Yes,
biblical.
yes.
I
But
just don't
from
believe the whole.
somebody, it's a, this is from a seer. You know, do you know what I mean? An seer, a seer, somebody
Yes.
who's who sees
The
the
future.
future, so to speak.
Yes.
That's what, and sometimes a seer will see future and will predict it exactly, but it's not exactly what they say it is. It happens the way they say it does, but it's not exactly what they say it is. So I do know that too. There's a contrast sometimes.
All you have to do is make one left turn to get lost.
That's true. That is true.
No more left turns. No more lefties.
Yeah. No
And
more
that's
left.
pretty much what happened to
We
all of
took a
us.
lot of left turns. I think we were going in a freaking circle. Building
And
that
how can
circle.
you say the Bible was manipulated? Because I never said the whole Bible. I said that there are parts, and why
Well,
would they rewrite the whole Bible? At that point, we would have caught on.
this is
We
my
had
problem.
people.
This is why I say, because of Adam and Eve, the story of Adam and Eve.
Is all wrong. It doesn't make
It's
sense.
got to be
Yeah,
because they say that Adam and Eve are the first people on earth.
right.
And then Cain killed Abel. Cain left and came back with a wife. So how is Adam and Eve the first people on earth? You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
right. I, it might not even be a lie. It just there might be, that's what I'm trying to say. There might be an omission, something missing, taken
Right,
out, edited, edited.
right. Here's
It-
another thing. Here's another thing. The ark. The ark
Noah's Ark.
supposedly flooded the whole world. If that happened and flooded the whole entire world, then why didn't the Asian people come over to the ark and get on the ark, and the black people come over and get on the ark with the white people and all the animals?
Well,
That's what.
first of all, he was in the Middle East. Second of all, he followed an eagle, from what I remember, or some bird to get to high land, and he found the tip of a mountain. It
Correct.
wasn't like he was on the boat forever,
Right.
traveling around to Asia and
No, I know
Russia.
that. I know that. I know. But why was only
Oh, why
those
was it?
people on
Why
the
was
boat?
God being racist at that moment? I don't know.
There you go. There you go. Come on, man.
That's the truth.
I believe in some of this, and I believe in the ark, and I believe that he really did that in that valley, in that area
I
of the
don't.
world.
I believe that it was
Maybe
a astronomical event,
it could have been.
and it's almost been proven. So it happened all around the world. So why would it just be our God? It happened to the Buddhists. It happened to the Asians. It happened to the Africans. It happened all around the world. It's proven. It happened in South America. I think it says it in the Mayans and stuff,
Yeah.
Mayan calendar and stuff. So they're not Christian. So why would Noah happen to them?
Right.
Does that make sense? That's what I'm saying. Things are edited. You have a one play, and like I said, you make that left turn and everything else in the play will change.
Right.
If you kill the husband, for example, the husband is no longer in the play. It was a bad example, was it? But
Live for that dude.
tree of knowledge of good and evil. You said it was the devil's tail causing havoc. Well, yeah. If it's biblical, it's also, yeah, it's the devil's, yeah, I do believe that. I believe it's the end of the devil. I do believe that there's a fight between good and evil, and that it's done. But the devil has,
It'll never be. I don't think the evil fight will ever be
what
done.
else would
I think it's
explain Revelation then? Right?
yeah. I think that I don't know, man. I just don't know. You know.
Yeah, so if God's fulfilling his promise by us destroying the devil, I don't see a problem with that.
Or are we just, or are
That's kind
we,
of what I meant, at least.
or are we in fact destroying ourselves?
The tree of knowledge. So there's a lot of conspiracies with the tree of knowledge. They have it in the UN,
Mhm.
a tree of knowledge. They have it in Bush's garden, and they believe, I'm going to say that it's in the Antarctic, frozen over,
Hmm.
and that the tree of knowledge actually has powers. It does have this connection to God, and they stopped that connection, and that's why it's frozen over. That's, I mean, I like those conspiracies. I can't help it. There's so many, and you know what? I kind of believe that. If it is real, where is it? Why isn't it in Israel? Why isn't it in Israel? Is it because Israel became a state in 1940, Joseph 8? I think you said.
Yeah,
Interesting, right?
definitely.
Do we have anything else you
Do
want to
we
talk
have
about?
something else? I believe.
Do you want to? I have a feeling that Russia knew. Russia tried to prevent the cabal long before we knew in America,
Hmm.
long before Kennedy. And I think that's why they built the USSR, the heads of them, because they knew, but they weren't going to tell the Western world. That's my that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, what happened with the Vance protesters? I heard some of it this morning.
Yeah, well, I was going to talk. Yeah, let me talk about this first, and I'll get into that. This is what China's doing. China is going after the people that have fled Hong Kong to other countries in an effort to escape the Chinese controlled government. So what they did in England, um, the people who are neighbors of the former Hong Kong people, residents,
Right.
those people are getting messages and letters from the Chinese government telling them, urging them to snitch on their neighbors in exchange for a huge bounty. In other words, $130,000 US dollars they can get if they tell them their Chinese neighbor, "Hey, come and get your Chinese national over here. He's right here. Come
I'm
and get
sorry,
him."
who's
What's
asking for that?
the Chinese people
The Chinese people are asking for their
are
Chinese
asking
people
the
back?
neighbors, the neighbors of the people that have fled China. You know, China, the Chinese residents leave China. They go and move over there, and they live in a certain area. And they're at Chinese. China goes over there and asks the neighbors, "Hey, tell us where our Chinese people are, so and we'll give you $130,000." That's what they're doing. That's what China's doing. They're trying to get their Chinese people back. They're trying to pull them back into their countries
Why? Their country is so overpopulated to begin with. What would be,
because they
I mean, they
need
were
to be.
killing their firstborn female child or whatever it was for years, decades. Yeah, they would kill their female
Yeah,
children.
they send flyers out
And they
to the
weren't allowed
town.
to have more than one child in the house.
Yeah, and so people fled that country because that guy is a bad person.
But why would they want these people back?
I don't know. It
It
doesn't
would
make
make more
sense,
sense
does it?
for us to want to get rid of some. Well, this is in UK, okay, but it would make sense for us to want to get rid of like the Chinese that bought up DC.
Right.
That I get. 130 pounds or dollars, that's a lot of money.
It's 1 million Chinese dollars or 130,000 US dollars. Still, that's just terrible. Well, I mean, look at how they treat their citizens. So I mean, they lock them in
They will
during
shoot
COVID.
if
They
you
locked
try
them
to
in
get
those
out of their
buildings.
country. They will shoot at the Chinese people if you try to get out without permission.
Yeah, that's communism.
Yes, it is.
That's what the Democrats tried to bring
And
here.
yet the Chinese are a republic. China's
Yeah,
a republic.
yeah, all
How
people is
does
a
that
republic.
work? It works because we are a constitutional republic. That's the difference,
Constitutional.
folks.
That's the difference. We're constitutional. We have a constitution where they don't. They have a communist rule.
Mm. A lot of them are oligarchies. You know,
Well,
it's
we all know that communism turns into a
nepotism. It's
dictatorship.
in the family with them.
A dictator
I
is
mean,
somebody
where
who's
do you
always
think
in
the name
charge.
of the dynasties come from, guys?
Yep.
Ming Dynasty, right? Sing, Ping, Ring, Bing, Ming. You just go through the alphabet.
Yep.
Ling, no ring. Um, you know, I keep thinking of that impersonator that went up to Alec Baldwin.
Oh, that was
You never saw Alec's face. Very, very short, did you? I don't think he's around. I'm sorry, I don't think he's around.
Alec Baldwin. What a piece of shit.
Oh, didn't you have something you wanted to talk about with it's been around for a certain amount of years. I think 1904 you said.
I think I did, didn't I?
He's a
Forget
guy
now.
that rhymes.
Oh yeah. He's
Thinking
Dr. Seuss on this day was born in 1904. He had some really good
that would
um
make sense with my girlfriend's birthday. No wonder.
he had some really good quotes, man. You have to be odd to be number one, right?
To be odd to be number one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Isn't that good? I love
Like
that
Oscar
one.
Wilde stuff.
Yeah. And
What else?
don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Isn't that cool? I love that one. That's my favorite. But he had this on his fence
I like that. Yeah.
in front of his house. It said, "Life is too short to wake up in the morning with regrets." So love the people who treat you right. Forgive the ones who don't, and believe that everything happens for a reason. If you get the chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said it would be easy. They just promised it would be worth it. Dr. Seuss.
I
That's
love it.
incredible.
That is
I
great.
love that. That is the best.
I live my life by those rules basically.
Yeah.
And I try not to go to sleep mad. My father used to say, even if you and my mother me and my mother would my mother and my father would fight, even if they would fight, they would definitely kiss at nighttime because you never know what's going to happen. So before they went to bed, they would give each other a kiss, even if they were still upset, kind of apologize, kind of break the ice, I guess. I feel that. That is so cool.
Mhm.
He was brilliant. Well, that's
It was
why we
brilliant,
can't
man.
we can't possibly think in between the lines like Dr. Seuss did. We're not allowed to think like that. We are slaves.
No.
So that's
Yep.
why they took away Dr. Seuss.
He was incredible, wasn't he?
I
And he
like,
wrote all those books for kids.
no, I know.
A lot of books for
Um,
kids. It was all about the kids for him.
I'm still not liking Gulf of America. It's so I like
Well,
it. I like it, but
he
I don't
had to.
like it.
He had to.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Well, it would have taken a lot longer to get the drilling back because they would have to take it all back into court. And everything that Joe Biden put down
why?
or signed
Why
to be
changing the
taken
name? Would
back
that make a difference in court? I don't see it.
because Joe Biden and his administration banned drilling for
Yes.
269 years in the Gulf.
In the Gulf of Mexico. So they
Yes.
changed the name so we could get it.
So we could start drilling again.
It just reminds me, remember that song? Istanbul was once Constantinople. Istanbul was I just
There
don't
you
like
go.
the change. There's
Why do they
certain
change the
change that I
names?
have a hard time accepting, and
Yeah.
that's one of them.
Yeah. But
But
change is good.
it doesn't mean that I'm not proud of it,
Yeah.
right? There's just a part of me that's just sad of just sad of change, I guess. Which is strange because I love change. I should have been excited about it, but the literary side of me kind of held it back. You know, how many books say the Gulf of Mexico? How many, atlases and maps and all right. Are we done? Are we done?
Yes, we are.
Moving
Oh, look at
over.
that. Oh, look at that. In New York. Look at
Oh
this. Listen
boy.
to this real quick.
Guess we're not done.
Women's athletes are not competing against transgenders anymore. In New York at the Opens, in the champions in the women's 400 meter dash, there was one person who won, of course, Sadie Schreiner. And all the other participants are DNS, which means did not start.
They stayed behind.
They did not start. They're not competing against the guys. Fuck that.
Now those are New York checks.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Well, fuck you,
We be
motherfuckers.
strong.
Yep.
Good going, girls.
Yep.
Damn. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. As I
Defeated.
just
Oh, that guy defeated the girls.
yeah, by
How
the girls
terrible.
not participating.
How
That's just
terrible. That's just terrible. You work your ass off your whole life and you have to go up against a guy. That's
yeah,
just
it's
wrong.
stupid.
It's
It's
wrong.
beyond ridiculous. These people need
They need a mental evaluation.
they need a lobotomy. I did. I took a picture of something about um the Book of Enoch, which I know a lot about it already, but when I want to bring something back up, I usually and I can't find it. For goggles. Well, this was funny. Al Sharpton's DEI boycott plan, 24-hour blackout on Friday, February 28th. Did this really happen?
No, it did not work. It
It
totally
didn't work.
flopped. Fuck no. There was people out there spending money left and fucking right. Nobody's listening to you, Democrat, with your
I-
fucking stupid bullshit. Yeah, we're gonna stop commerce
Something of
because
that.
we can. Democrats, you're not the majority. You're
Something of
the
that.
minority.
Yeah, I thought I would have heard about it.
Fucking idiots. You cheated. You cheated. We know you cheated. You're caught cheating. You're using the machines to cheat. You think you're so damn smart. You're not. You're stupid. All criminals are stupid.
Stupid, ignorant fools.
Yeah, they are. Criminals are stupid.
The same people terrified of Elon wanted to hire 87,000 additional IRS agents to audit you.
Yes.
Do they? I wonder if anybody's. I'm bad at economics, but I know that Trump's going to give us money back because we're due money from a long time ago. Old money.
Oh, hell yeah. $5,000. We're going to give you $5,000, but we're going to give other countries billions and billions and billions of your money. Yeah, fuck
That's
you.
why when he offered 20,000 for the school for the students,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a bad idea.
$5,000.
The first thing that went to the American children, mostly, maybe not even children, but the only bad thing is like how many schools were still had indoctrination going.
Yeah.
But then we had Trump in before that, so I was hoping that wouldn't be as much of an issue, but then we had tents and stuff there,
Yeah.
camping out on all those New York schools. Darn it, I can't find it. I am so sure I took something about the Book of Enoch recently.
I think that once we have paid our taxes on our property, we should not have property taxes ever fucking again. Having property taxes every single year is bullshit. That's a theft. It's called thievery.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah. What did they used to do to people that would steal from other people? Do you guys remember
What?
what they used to do to people that stole from other people?
Yeah, of course.
They would cut your hand off.
You said gave or US aid, US, you said, I got it in my head that it's you said or USAID
Yeah.
or US aid, right? US
Yeah.
aid gave 27 million to far left network that installs Soros prosecutors in US cities.
Yes.
I
Yes, he did. Yes, they did. Yes, we did. We funded
They're
everything.
a few days old, guys, but I
Yeah.
just
We're funding everything. Everything bad in the world, we're funding. It's fucking insane. We're working our ass off to pay for a living, and then we're funding all this bad shit all over the world. It's like, what the fuck?
our friend Tim Mix, he's moderator of the group of both the groups, I think. Women's Warriors or Trump's Women Warriors. I can't, what is it? Mega Conspiracies and Q? I always forget
Yeah.
the damn name. Or is
Mhm.
it Conspiracies Mega Q? I don't know. My own group, I don't remember the name. But Tim Mix, he's a really good, just really good patriot. If the highest office in the world has a two-term limit, then all offices below should have the same, a two-term limit. I don't know where he got that from. I don't think that's his, but
Conspiracies and MAGA
yeah,
Q. That's your group.
Conspiracies and MAGA Q.
Yeah.
Like, hey, as long as people understand it's conspiracies. Joe,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
Vance is out of the race for president you know, next term, I'm just curious. Who would you want to see running? Who is extremely mega, but not Vance?
Well, you definitely have John Kennedy from Louisiana.
Yes.
Uh,
I don't see him having
Wherewithal.
yeah, well,
Look, nobody's going to beat Trump. Nobody. Nobody's going to beat Trump. The
no, I
next
know, but
president will not be a Trump. It won't be. He
I'd
won't
love it
act
to
like Trump.
be RFK wouldn't be bad. I mean,
But RFK, I don't know.
he's strong and strong. He is the most poetic soul. I mean, I think that man was hurt. He's been through a lot. He suffered, and he repented.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
What do you mean maybe? He's trying
We have to. We have to. I have to
head of the
watch him
health
a
of
little bit.
America.
Yeah, I
I
know.
hope he's a good man.
Yeah.
He's already said Joe, have you not listened to what the man has said? I mean,
I am listening to what he
he's
says.
beautiful. It's so eloquent, his words. It's just he has a hard time saying his words.
Oh, I know.
That's one of the things that might be hard to pass, but
I have to look deeper into him.
really,
Yeah.
then look deeper into him.
That
All
he is.
right.
That's about all I had.
Oh, so we are done now.
It got me on everything.
Oh my goodness. I have like a lot of news, but most of it's old now.
I like the one that Michael Moore said. Trump might be deporting illegals who could cure cancer or stop an asteroid. Well, then let him go. Them go do it from their country. Michael Moore's an idiot.
These kids can't be playing with this sort of power. Zelensky, what is he, my age? He acts like a fucking child.
Yeah.
It can't possibly be an argument against Trump and JD Vance. It didn't happen. I just don't believe I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
In
Uh,
in New York, there was a teacher that stated that these illegals that come over here that are going to school now they're afraid to go to school because they're afraid that they're going to be deported, right? So the teachers are going, well, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Because their whole teaching experience has been about teaching these illegals how to speak and everything else. Meanwhile, the American children, they just completely fucking forgot about. And that's what's the problem with the education system letting the illegals in it because none of them they don't speak English.
I don't see how no teachers could fight for this or
I
parents
don't
or
know. It's just what
it
my
would have been, I
experience
would think, the education would have been
in my
an
blue
uproar,
state.
a world, well, the American uproar. Parents unite, something like that.
You would think,
Um,
right?
One more thing, as says America being energy dependent independent again will drive down inflation.
Well, eventually.
It depends how we're going to go and get energy independence. See, there's a couple of things going on, and I believe a lot of the conspiracies about it, but I don't know if I want to go into that. That's some of that's Tesla, some of that has to do with ourselves, some of that has to do with the ore that they want, the minerals that they want from the Ukraine. Possibly something found in my body more than most people, because I am Ukrainian. Who knows? How does how does contestant from Ukraine Got Talent become president? Right. But then we had Schwarzenegger as governor, we had Reagan as a president, we have Trump as a president, we have people that came from Canada, like Clinton's family, that was president. It's We had Kamala, who doesn't even know if she was black or Indian or what, that lived her life here and in Canada. It, that's the cabal. That's not government, right? That's the Illuminati. Unfortunately, well, no, very, very fortunately, their light diminished, quenched, quenched with water. All right, are we done?
Well,
I need coffee.
CENTCOM just put out something. They just killed the head of they killed the senior military leader of Al Qaeda affiliate Huras al Din in Syria. They did a precision strike. The strike was so precise that it didn't blow up anything else, but hit the driver's seat of the vehicle that he was in and killed him. That's how precise the strike was.
Did I not just mention them?
You did. And look, if they just put this out, it was done on the 23rd last month, but they just put it out yesterday and just put the article out today.
No, wait, didn't I say why isn't anybody bringing up that Syria was, no, it wasn't Syria. Somalia. We knew he was striking over there in different places. But I just mentioned comps. I didn't know this. Guys, I, I didn't know. I'm sorry if you don't believe me, but I did not know that. And I just brought it up.
Wow.
That has been my life. And Joe will agree with the Freaky Friday stuff, right, Joe? Freaky
Yes,
Friday, he calls it.
big time. Big time.
I'm gonna
Freaky
have
Friday.
to look into that now. You just stopped my heart for a second. You really did, buddy.
Mm.
I'm like, seriously, are you gonna tell me something about I haven't been for like 3 or 4 years, I've been or more, I've been aware of them. And I always said their name wrong. So now I just say center control, so I don't say it wrong. CENTCOM, center control.
Sitcom.
Yeah. But or is it ComSend, I would say. So
Yeah.
I'd
So there
say
is a concept.
center control.
But so there's different there different commands. So yeah, no, it's just crazy.
There's too many. And
There
there's
is,
also
but it's just
Q.
the way it is. It's military. It's so that it confuses the enemy.
Q. I think that's Q.
Confuse
Dude,
the enemy.
Trump with Q.
Yep.
All right, guys, we love you.
Thanks for listening.
Love. That does mean love, right? Especially when you kind of go out like that. I love you because I'm pointing towards you. That's how signers do it. And I know Joe is like dying to. What are you dying to do, Joe?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel nervous.
Well,
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
why.
have to talk to Joe for a while if he's
I don't
really
know. I just feel nervous. Just do. I can't. My legs can't stop. I can't stop
because
going.
you know everything's happening. And there's other things going on in your life too, but that's part of it.
Yeah,
Everybody has something going on. Everybody has a very strange
that is
issue
so true. That is
or
so true.
irregular thing, life changing. I told you.
Life changing. Is it
People are
good? Yep. Some
dying
of it's
left
good.
and right.
Yep. Yep. Some of it's good. Some of it's bad.
The Gene Hackman thing.
Yeah.
Still haven't figured that one out, have we?
Well, I think, you know what? I think he had a heart attack and then she got freaked out and she was trying to get pills to him right away and she had a heart attack. That's what I think happened. That only stands to reason. I don't know how the dog died in the
All
closet.
right.
That's the one that gets me.
Was the dog in the closet?
The dog, that's what they said. So I don't know. But there's no signs of anything else. No foul play. Just the door was ajar.
Because when you know how to do it,
He was in the mud room. Could be. And it could be. Who
take
knows?
care, guys.
Love y'all.
We'll find
Thanks.
out some stuff.
We will.